Jesus said, "Trust in God, trust also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, I would have told you." There are many rooms in God's house. We have quite a lot of midweek meetings, and they all pretty much involve food, because we found over time that eating together is such an easy way to build community, that it's very easy to draw new people in over food and say, "Oh, come round for a meal," and you don't have to be a special person or in the in crowd, just come and join us for food. So we'll eat together, we'll do a little bit of praying together, and we'll do some sort of creative Bible stuff together as well. The worship is really important, but the worship is more than a worship service. It's about what happens before a worship service, it's what happens after a worship service. I think somebody once described it as the liturgy after the liturgy, and that's life. And it's also the planning and the feedback. We actually look at the Bible stuff that's coming up in the lectionary, and quite often we'll do this in a local pub, and we'll split into different tables and we'll wrestle over the Bible readings and come up with loads of crazy ideas. But when we come to the worship, we'll come to the worship already having absorbed that stuff and having shared our feelings about it and bounced around loads of different ideas, half of which don't actually end up in it. But we're richer as a result. We've been on a journey towards that service. I think having the arts to explain the liturgy is such a gift, really. I mean, in ages past, it happened so easily for the illiterate. The arts could explain what was going on. And I think it's the same for our culture. Our culture is a visual culture. And having artistic interpretation of liturgy just takes you so much further. There's suddenly an extra dimension that you can play with and also use to explain what else is going on. Like an absolution might be given, which is maybe quite wordy, but up on the screen it might just simply say, "You're forgiven." So many people have said to me over time that the Visions is a place where they can be themselves. Even people who are quite hurting and in a difficult place, sometimes they feel in other churches that they have to be, I suppose, happy or smiley, and they've been able to share their problems and cry if they want to and be upset, and it's okay, that they felt really accepted. And so I think that's a very important thing we want to continue to have, really, that welcoming and acceptance of people where they are at. I think new things are often scary, and new things, looking back, have always been scary, and yet looking at the church in the past, looking at people like St. Ignatius, the Jesuits, St. Francis, the Franciscans, you can just see the amazing fruit that's been born as a result. And to me, I think what's happening now with Fresh Expressions is just another of those new initiatives. It's not something totally from scratch, it's carrying on, it's singing the next verse of a song that's been sung for 2,000 years.
We break the bread of life.